Well, hey there, welcome to day 1070 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here at your service, documenting my journey, my personal journey as I go from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. In 2017, I had the opportunity as part of my divorce to divest myself of all of my businesses, all of my previous entanglements and businesses of different types, lots of different types, like at least 27 different businesses and industries throughout my 45 year, however old I am, 47, going on 48 years in different businesses. I started my first business when I was 13, so been involved in a lot of different industries, a lot of different businesses, 5 or so different corporations as part of my corporate career, which was over a quarter century long as well. And I'm thinking today, as part of some other things that are going on and I'm getting ready for tomorrow, and well, tomorrow is really today because I'm making my videos tonight a little bit ahead because my granddaughter's going to come over and play and help us make some games for my daughter's baby shower tomorrow, and for hanging out with his dad, hanging out with her dad. Don't have any his grandchildren, just girls' grandchildren right now. Grandchildren seem to skip a generation. It's really interesting in my family. I'm from a family of all girls. My mom is from a family of all girls. My dad had 5 sisters and 1 brother. So it seemed like that was the 2 generations of girls. And then all of a sudden, my sisters and I had a son and then 5 more boys. And then my daughter is the only granddaughter that my mom has. So it's just interesting. It seems like it skips a generation, and now everybody I know is having girls, and so far I have 1 granddaughter and another granddaughter on the way. So we're planning a shower tomorrow, which is going to be really fun, but my granddaughter is going to come over and help us make up some games and props for that, so it'll be interesting. And I'm trying to not tell my sisters what the games are going to be because my daughter and her husband went on a little shopping spree last night and picked out some things to make some fun games, and some games that I would never have thought of, but I guess times they are changing since I had my kids. So today I'm thinking about consequences, and that a lot of times we do things, we act in ways that we think are, best at the time, only to find out that we have some unintended consequences. Consequences to the results that we get, consequences that we didn't think about, and the way the things that we do, the choices that we make impact other people, and we don't think about it when we're making those choices and making those decisions. Reminds me of in corporate America when, as a leadership and management group, we would make decisions about schedules and decisions about operating procedures and things, and we would try to take into account people's reactions and what we could expect, but sometimes we would forget to really ask the people that were going to be most affected by the change what consequences and what impact it would have on them. Sometimes, depending on the organization, we would just unilaterally make decisions and choices to go to different hours of operation or different shift configurations and things, and this was 35, 40 years ago, so it's changed now in the way we do business, and the way I ran my businesses was different than that. But when I first started in corporate America, sometimes it just unilaterally was decided, hey, this is what it's going to be. This is our new work schedule. This is when you're going to work. And, if you don't like it, then go find another job, which, I'm saying now I just kind of cringe when I think about some of the things we used to implement and the way we used to do it. But that was a different era, and a different managerial style was what was the norm back then. And now I think, geez, I never would have made decisions about that without asking the people that were directly involved in the choices. But I'm thinking more of a family and closer relationships, the unintended consequences of our choices and decisions, that sometimes we just need to take a step back and realize we don't have all the information we need to make a decision. We don't have all the, we don't know other people well enough to understand how our actions are going to be received by them unless we ask, right? Unless we ask and find out. So I guess I've just got some interpersonal things that are going on with people that I'm close to, that I'm just shaking my head and saying, okay, it's, a 5-minute conversation, or it's, months of trying to repair a relationship that gets damaged because we forget to take into account other people's perspective and other people's situation. Get Up and Go Challenge is over for 2020, and I'm still haven't decided exactly the direction I'm going to go with that this year in 2021, now that it's 2021. So I have I'm going to take some time off and probably decide, we'll see how long I can go without doing it. I'm so used to doing it every day. You know, it's kind of what got me through 2020 was doing that 30+ day challenge 5+ times, or 5 times last year I did 30-day challenge or more, and then I did shorter bursts of challenges in between and prior to that. So it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm not doing a challenge right now. And then I think, well, yes, I actually am doing a challenge right now, because I've got last year's 365-day challenge. It'll go to probably at the 8th of this year. And I started a new 365-day challenge about being centered. So the focus for this year, last year this focus was to have fun, do one fun thing every day, and this year is about being centered and getting to know ourselves and understanding what makes us tick better. Because guess what, if we understand what makes us tick better, then we will be more open and understanding to what makes other people work and tick, and that means that our interpersonal relationships will be better. It means our business relationships will be better. It means everything will be better. At least that's my expectation of a year of focusing on being centered, really understanding and knowing what's important to me for, you know, peace of mind, for personal development and growth, so that I can, you know, show up as my best self and contribute more value to the world around me. And I think that we need a lot more of that right now, because the world around us is a little bit still chaotic and crazy. 2020 has shown us some things that we never thought we'd see, at least things that I never thought I'd see. And I've been around a long time, so I like to think I've seen a lot. And then I realize how naive I really am, and how little I have seen of the way the world works and the way things go about, you know, in different industries, sure, but each industry has its own little nuances, as apparently so do the industries I haven't, in the world view, and things that I haven't been involved in. So working on that. So we got the fun challenge going through probably January 8th or so. I think that we've got enough days to finish that off. Center challenge, it's all about you. That one started yesterday. Today was day 2. It's really still day 1, but again, I made those videos tonight so that I can enjoy my daughter's baby shower tomorrow, and I don't have to worry about rushing and hurrying and getting things done. Can I do that? Yep. You know why? Because I make my own rules these days, which is really a cool place to be, by the way. I decide when I'm going to create content. I decide when I'm going to work with different people. I decide who, what, where, when, why, and how I'm going to do everything I want to do now. And that is a sense of freedom that I didn't necessarily believe I was ever going to reach when I was younger. When I was younger and doing offline businesses and, you know, real world businesses, I had things set up and automated and continually improving, but it was such a different, heavier endeavor than what I think of as you know, when I'm experiencing the online world. So that is all I've got today. There's no such thing as a free lunch was our supersize your business idiom or proverb for the day, which was, it's always fun to share those. I get a kick out of it. Started doing it, I guess, probably 700 days ago. I started sharing an idiom a day, or not a saying. I started with idioms, and there's like 25,000 idioms in the English language, so there's no worry of me running out of idioms anytime soon. But I did about 600 and some days of idioms, and then just a few days ago I thought, geez, I'm going through this giant dictionary, and it happens to have idioms mixed in, and sayings and proverbs and things, and I got thinking about proverbs, and so I googled and searched around for proverbs, and I got like a list of the top 10, then it was 50, then it was 100, and I thought, okay, so for the next 100 days, first 100 days of 2021, instead of searching through this gigantic dictionary, I'm just going to do a proverb a day, which is, you know, they're also idioms in many cases, and I'll just share the meaning. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to build your business right now? So I'm doing that every day to guide me through the beginning transition period of all the craziness that's going on, at least here in America. It's one less thing to think about and worry about, but still continue to personally grow and expand and find better ways to serve people, and to think outside the box in terms of, what does this mean to growing and building a business? How do you apply this saying that probably affects, you know, a huge percentage of the people that are your customers or your peers or people that you interact with and joint venture with to do your business? What does this mean to you and your business, and what might it mean to the people that you come in contact with? That's why I started doing that. That's it. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I'd like to be that resource for people that are like me, that don't have a ton of well, I do now, but when I first started, in business and in the world, especially in the online world, I didn't have a group of people or resources that I could just ask questions to. And there's so many questions when you're first doing something new or when you're doing something different, and we're all doing a lot of different things since 2020, or we're doing things that we've done for a long time but in a brand new way, which is different in and of itself, that you just need to ask and say, hey, what about this? What do you think I should do next? Well, I'm thinking about doing this next. What are your thoughts on that? And I like to be that resource and that sounding board for people. So never be afraid to ask. I might not know the answer, but I guarantee I can hook you up with somebody that does and can help you continue to move and progress in the direction you want to go. Have an amazing day. I will be with you tomorrow. Take care.